Hey, good day to you. Brian Teely here, and this is this month's version of the Teely Update. Hey, we just want to start off by saying Merry Christmas to you, Happy Holidays. We are so grateful for you, and we are so grateful to be in partnership with you. Thank you so much for all the things you've done for us. We could not do what we do without you. We just want to take a moment to update you on all the things that the Lord's doing in our life, with you, through you, all that. As we try to help gypsies discover life in Jesus in Serbia. And we wanted to take a moment to update you on the process of actually getting out and relocating into Serbia. I think that's very important to you, and it's very important to us. So the first update is this: we sold our business. It took a lot of guts, courage, faith to jump off the cliff, but we did it. We sold our business, and we've positioned ourselves to get out there as soon as we can. What that's done is it's opened up the door of blessings from the Lord. He has opened up the doors to actually move into a business relationship with a few different machinery companies where we can represent them out in the Balkan regions. We call this B for T, Business for Transformation. Now we are moving out into the region, not just as missionaries with an agenda, but we actually are moving out there as business people with a completely different identity. This identity actually helps us to create authenticity, an ability to do life on life with people. It also brings the good news of jobs there as well. So we're still investigating what that looks like. We're not sure exactly how that's going to come, but it definitely seems to be a complete blessing that the Lord's working through, and we're just walking through the doors. So what does that mean for you? What that means is that we are still in great need of your financial support and partnership. Right now, the relationships with these business companies does not come with a salary at all, but it does give us a platform. So without your partnership and without your continued support, we won't make it into Serbia. So we are still in great need of your financial support. The second thing that we wanted to update you on is our kids' citizenship. Most of you are aware that the last trip that we took out to Serbia, we discovered that our Ethiopian kids are not U.S. citizens. And so we're currently working through the process that it takes, the long, tedious process that it takes to get that taken care of. It's vitally important that our kids are U.S. citizens before we head out to another country. Another important thing to update you on is the couple of tangible steps that we're taking in order to get overseas into Novi Sad. One of those tangible steps is what we call CrossCultural Training. We're working with a couple really great experienced guys that are teaching us what it looks like to be overseas, how to lead a team overseas, and how to best lead our family in the transition of the things that they're going to experience. These guys have given us great wisdom, and they've actually helped us to identify questions that we didn't even know to ask. So we're in the process of that. Another tangible step is language learning. We're actually beginning the process of learning the Serbian language so that when we get overseas, we'll have a leg up on that. We're looking really forward to that. It's going to be a tough challenge, especially for me. It is considered one of the hardest languages to learn, but we're very excited to move forward into that. So this has been a long process. And we know that it's been a long process for you guys as well. This is what we call the in-between time. The time from calling to the time to actually being on ground. And I've had to really look at Scripture and see stories in Scripture to be encouraged, because it is a long process. Stories like David getting the calling to become king, and reminding myself of how long it took for David to actually become king from that calling. Abraham being told that he would be given a son, and the length of time that it took for that promise to be fulfilled. Jesus, born a baby, and it wasn't until 33 years later that he actually started his ministry. And so we consider this time the time that's in between. the length of time that the Lord is working strategically, preparing things like, for example, the B4T, things that we didn't see coming. And so we want to just encourage you in that way to realize that sometimes the work of the Lord is slow. But we're going to be obedient, and we're going to continue to set our eyes and focus our eyes on that ground. So the last thing that we wanted to update you on is our financial partnerships. We're often asked what it looks like to actually get overseas and what it takes to get overseas. And there's really only two things left for us to accomplish to get on ground. One is the U.S. citizenships for our Ethiopian kids, which we talked about earlier. The second is financial support, financial partnerships. We're about 20% underfunded right now. That's not a lot. So we want to say thank you if you are in financial partnerships with us. And we want to ask, if you're not, if you would prayerfully consider doing so. What would it look like for you to come alongside us and be in financial partnerships with us to get us to full funded, to get us over ground? Another way that you can come into financial partnership with us is what we call relocation projects. There are 3 specific relocation projects that we're currently working on. One is the airfare to get over to Novi Sad. It's going to cost $11,000 to get Dre and I and the kids overseas. The second thing is on ground having transportation. The car that we need for transportation is going to run from $4,000 to $5,000. And the last thing is our housing. Obviously, we need a place when we get there. The housing is going to run about $3,000 to get settled in. So those are a couple of different projects that we have isolated that we're in great need of. So thank you so much again for listening to this video and for your continued support for us. We love being in partnership with you. And we just want to say again, have a Merry Christmas. Have a great Happy New Year. We love you guys dearly, and God bless you. Bye-bye.